God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference.
That serenity prayer, it asks first for serenity, to accept those things that I cannot change. And that's pretty much everything outside of me. Serenity is something that I have come to realize is very valuable to me. I can remember when first attempting sobriety, serenity was not something I was all that interested in. And the main reason is because I really didn't know the value of having serenity in my life. I'd never had it before. I was not only addicted to alcohol and drugs and all of that, I was addicted to the lifestyle as well. And some of you may be able to relate to that. The chaos that comes with that way of life. I can remember early in sobriety thinking, there's nothing going on, man. This is kind of boring. Well, I didn't realize it's not that it was boring. It's that I was experiencing something I'd never experienced before, and it's called serenity. So not really knowing anything about serenity, it wasn't something I was interested in. And besides, I found it boring. The more that I used that prayer, the serenity prayer, asking God to grant me serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, that's a very powerful prayer. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Always wanting to change things, always wanting things to be different than they are, instead of practicing acceptance. And in turn, that gives me serenity. Somewhere along the way in recovery, I found the value in serenity in my life. Serenity has become like a top priority in my life, which is why you'll find me places like this in the morning. To me, it's important to start your day off in a calm, relaxing way. I like to get up early. Now, not everybody does, but I have to say, it works out a lot better for me. Back in the day, what I used to do is I'd wake up, 15 minutes before I had to leave, just enough time to brush my teeth, make a cup of coffee, and head out the door. Well, if something happens, any little thing, I'm going to be late. That creates stress. Just the opposite of serenity, as far as I'm concerned. Serenity is defined as being calm, peaceful, and untroubled. That's like the opposite of what I was when I got here. I was troubled. I certainly wasn't peaceful or calm. There's something very peaceful and calming about being, and it doesn't necessarily have to be the beach. Anything outside of, society's reality, if you will. This is true reality to me. But let's get back to serenity and what that does for us. I don't know if you can see, the moon is up back there. Can you see that? So the moon is behind me. The sun is coming up ahead of me. Life is good. Life is very good. I don't know about you guys, but I find that that serenity prayer is very helpful in dealing with life's ups and downs. You know, practicing acceptance sometimes is not the easiest thing in the world. Sometimes I want things to go my way, not the way they're going. And so when I stop and I say that prayer, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change those things that I can, which is me, and the wisdom to know the difference. Well, that is the difference. The difference is the things that I can't change are everything outside of me. I can't change what this sunrise looks like. I wouldn't want to. I can't change the direction of the tide. But I can change whether I look at it or not. I can change how I look at it. And I look at it with awe. It's just, thank you, God. Thank you, God, for another beautiful sunrise. Thank you for allowing me to be here. You know, it's not like I don't have stress in my life. I do. And that's something I think that we all have. We all have stress and stressors in our lives. But you got to take a break from that. You know, that chaotic lifestyle that I said I was addicted to before? Well, that can come back. You can fall right back into that addiction as well. And I don't want to. I certainly don't want to. I want to experience peace. I want to experience a life without trouble. And I went years with a troubled lifestyle. So I'm very happy to have found serenity and placed it way up high on that scale of priorities for me. I have found that even in the business world, when I keep serenity as a priority, it works out better. Now, it may not work out better financially for me, but for my peace of mind, it sure does. I've walked away from clients and situations that were not serene. And it really didn't matter how much money there was available on that job. If there was no serenity to be found, I don't want it. I place serenity much higher than money. I mean, money's important, sure. But is it more important than my serenity? No, it's not. I've known some very wealthy people in my life, and I don't think they have a clue as to what serenity is. I wanted to touch on just the importance of serenity in my life and how that's like night and day from the way things used to be. Serenity really wasn't a priority in my life. My priorities have shifted. And it's through practicing the principles of this program that has come about. I thank God for this program. I really do. It saved my life, and it saved the lives of many, many others, people that I care about, and in fact, people I don't have any idea who they are, people I don't know. This thing's been around for a long time now. What is it, 87, 88 years or something like that since the beginning of AA? And during that time, a lot of people have found serenity. It's a very comforting feeling to feel serene, to just be okay with the way things are. No need to change anything. Besides, if I had the ability to change anything, I'd probably change it for the worse. God has His reasons for all of this, and it's my job to just stay out of the way, accept the things that I cannot change, and just groove on life the way that it is, not the way that I think it should be. If you're not experiencing serenity, or maybe you haven't come to realize the value in having serenity in your life, I encourage you to take a little time to just set all your troubles aside for a few moments, preferably in the morning. Think of the things that you have in your life to be grateful for. And then it's not necessarily material things. I'm grateful for my sobriety. I'm grateful for the health that I do have. I'm grateful for the sound of that motorcycle driving by, because it reminds me he's in a hurry and I'm not. The other thing about serenity that I've found is it tends to attract people. They're like, how can you be so calm? How can I get that? If you're not experiencing serenity, give it a shot. Try practicing acceptance and gratitude. I think those are major. Acceptance of the way things are, and gratitude for all of those things. So serenity is a very valuable thing to have. What started out as something I wasn't even interested in has become one of the most important things in my daily life. To the point that I begin my day asking God to grant me that serenity, and then doing things that will aid or help produce that serenity. I pray to God, I meditate, and I come to a place, a physical place, that is away from the daily grind out there. I come to a place that is comforting, beautiful in my eyes, and I practice acceptance, and I practice gratitude. The combination of all of those things provide me with a calmness inside that I've never experienced before in my life. And it's so much better than the life I used to live. I leave all the stressors behind. And I start my day this way to begin a day filled with serenity. Because it's important to me. It's a priority. Now, if that's not a priority, then it's not important to you. And you're never going to find it. Serenity does not come from having a fat bank account. Serenity does not come from avoiding life and just burying yourself in your work. I've done that too. Serenity comes from being mindful about it, practicing acceptance for the way things are, and being okay with it, truly okay with it. This life is fantastic. It's a beautiful life. If I can appreciate it, I can experience the serenity. If I set aside all the things that I think that should be going on and just accept life the way it is, I'm so much happier and much more serene that way. So, for all you people who are watching this video, I want nothing but serenity for you. The things that are in your life today, accept them. Accept them. Have gratitude for them. Appreciate them. This life is fantastic, and I want serenity for each and every one of you. Give it a try. Try practicing acceptance, gratitude, appreciation. Feel the serenity in your life and allow the calm to just settle on you. Love you guys. See you next time.